Evening, y'all. Welcome to the weekend. I'm Donnie. I'd like to invite you guys to join me for a pipe and a pour. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Hope you've had a great week and are ready to embrace the weekend as fall officially sets in, I think, across most of these great United States. Outside right now, obviously. See if the Mets can hang on and beat the Dodgers to stay alive in the NLCS. For me, it's a great time in the sports world. I love baseball. I love football, obviously. Soccer's in full gear, except NSC is wrapping up after a terrible, dismal season. But my Arsenal Gunners are still doing well in the English Premier League. That's not why you're here, is it? Nah. You're here to talk about pipes and pours. So let me introduce you guys. You may remember, if you've been with me for a little bit, this guy. I hope you can see the amazing grain on this dude. This is a paneled, kind of bent Dublinish, I guess, from, I'm going to mispronounce it again, Bjarne, Nielsen, Danish pipe maker who was a politician, died way too soon. But man, so this, if you remember, I picked this up back in March at the Muletown show. I got it from Lazarus Estate Pipes. Fantastic, great selection. Love dealing with him. I picked this one and another Bjarne up. I know I'm mispronouncing that. Forgive me. Bjarne? Maybe I'll just go with Bjarne. Sounds better than Bjarne. I don't know. But I picked this one up and another bamboo stemmed billiard. This is the first smoke in this. Even though it was completely unsmoked, so from like the late 80s, early 90s, because I think he died in the mid 90s, completely unsmoked. So this is the first time through. And I'll be honest, when I first lit this up a little bit ago, there was a little bit of a weird flavor to it. And I cleaned it myself just to make sure. Maybe it's the bowl coating, I don't know. However, since then, fantastic. I got Levi here with me. He just laid his head down right beside me. He's afraid he's going to bump everything. Anyway, beautiful pipe. I am very, very pleased with it. Like I said, fantastic grain on it and just a wonderful, wonderful shape. And it's smoking really, really well. Tonight's pour. You saw it a moment ago. I had to stick with the theme, obviously. Being October, I went with a different Oktoberfest. This one I went with Sierra Nevada. If you're a beer guy, you know Sierra Nevada, out in California, Northern California, and now in Western North Carolina. I'm not sure, but I think they may have been impacted by the floods over there recently. But their Festbier, which was actually a collab with, I'm going to mispronounce it again. It's a German name. I'm going to guess Gutmann, Gutmann, which is a famous beer brewer in Germany. And really a delightful pour. But what they did in this collaboration is they used a wheat malt that Gutmann uses in their, like you'd find in a Hefeweizen, which brings sort of some of those bready, biscuity notes to it. This is incredibly crisp and finishes clean. It's actually quite refreshing. It's not heavy at all. Delightful. And actually, I think I prefer it over the one that I had last week, which I'm forgetting about now. I forget which one that was. It's been a week, y'all. It's absolutely been a week. But it's been all good. But yeah, and again, you know Sierra Nevada if you're a beer guy. Their Hazy Day IPA, They've got a whole little things line. Um, they do a summer fest, which is fantastic, and then they've got a celebration. I think it's a celebration IPA that is should come out sometime soon. It may already be out, but it's sort of a holiday. It's a perfect fall beer. It really is. It's a lot. It's a lot darker than this one. Enjoy it very much. So yes, have a pour of whatever you like. Maybe Sprite or 7-Up. Could be tea. Could be an Oktoberfest. Very nice. There it is. Ha. Now, next up, to get relit. At the risk of being like everybody else, we all know, if you were with me last time, you remember I talked about sort of wanting to go through and talk about some of my favorite fall pipe blends. Fully knowing that there's a lot of the same ones going to be on everyone's lists. Autumn Evening, it's a given. It's a perennial year-round favorite, especially in the autumn. Last weekend, or last week, or 2 weeks, whenever it was, last time we visited with Over a Pipe and a Pour, I talked about Scarecrow by Warped. I hope that you were able to get some. I think there may still be some out there. I'm not sure, to be honest. But as several of you may have mentioned, several of you did mention in the comments, by the way, thank you again for all the comments. I love it. And I'm still playing catch up, so forgive me. I promise I'll get there. But it's candy corn. And I'm one of those weirdos. I love candy corn. Like, love it. But I will only get it October 1st. And then, like, by the time Halloween's done, I'm it. That's it. Done. But I love it. So the Warped Scarecrow I love because it smells just like candy corn. The flavor's muted. It's not as strong as candy corn, but to me, nonetheless delicious. I hope you got some. If you did, please let me know what you think. Another one that's always on everyone's sort of favorite fall list is what I've got in my pipe tonight. And if you've ever been up in northern Kentucky, around Florence, Kentucky, just south of Cincinnati, and you're a pipe smoker, cigar smoker, Tobacconist fan, you no doubt are familiar with Straus Tobacconist. I am enjoying Sleepy Hollow. It's the quintessential fall blend. It's a mix of Black Cavendish. I mean, it's sort of, again, standard. Black Cavendish, Burleys, Virginias, but they've done a great job of blending in there sort of the again, quintessential fall flavors. Cinnamon, pumpkin spice, some nuttiness, maybe from the Burleys, maybe from their topping, I'm not sure. But to me, it really is delightful. Quite moist. I didn't let this dry out at all, so I'm having a little trouble. But I mean, excuse me, one of those that when you put the flame to it, you get the little crackles, which I love, you know. But there's just, to me, it's mild. Again, there's no nicotine to it at all because it's an aromatic Black Cavendish that's been, you know, heavily processed down. But it's mild yet comforting. And that's what I really appreciate about this particular blend. Not only is it sort of wrap you in that fall vibe again with you know, all the basic white girl pumpkin spice stuff, which admittedly, again, I'm a fan of. I like pumpkin anything, always have. And so when I was first introduced to this blend from Straus Tobacconist, I was like, oh, pumpkin spice, sign me up. Because at my heart, I'm just a basic white dude. You know, we all love our pumpkin spice. And just like with the warped scarecrow, the aroma, the room or patio note, as it were, is fantastic. It is so good. Mrs. Pipe and the Poor popped her head out here a little bit ago and was like, oh yeah, I like that one. I like it too. It smells great. So yeah, the combination of Sleepy Hollow by Straus Tobacconist and the Oktoberfest from Sierra Nevada, quite good. Because again, they're both fairly light. None of that, neither the beer nor the pipe tobacco blend is overwhelming. They're both just very comforting. So kudos to me, pat on the back, eh? It was a good pairing tonight. And the rest of the night, let's see. I think we've got some college ball coming on a little bit. Got to finish up the Mets and the Dodgers here. Maddie, our daughter, is at play rehearsal. It's been another fantastic but crazy busy week between work and middle school basketball. Working her hard. Last night, she performed her first solo set at a little farmer's market here in downtown where we live. Incredibly nervous because every other performance has been with a band. But this time was just her and a piano. And she rocked it, of course. It was awesome. She was a little nervous. She could kind of hear the little quiver here and there, but then she started really getting into it. And she started like talking to folks between the songs in her set, explaining things. And I was like, whose kid is this? My wife was just bawling because it was unreal. Obviously, we're incredibly proud. And with that, she gained some exposure such that the hosts of the farmers market wanted to come back in December when they do their Christmas market thing. So she may be singing some Christmas songs and stuff and providing some live music during their Christmas market coming up in December. It's unreal, y'all. It really is. I mean, she was just our little girl not too long ago, and now she's doing all this stuff. And I'm incredibly thankful for it. So thank you guys again for joining me here for a pipe and a pour. I hope that you've got some great plans for this fall weekend coming up. I want to sit here and finish watching and see if the Mets can hang on and beat the Dodgers. I'm going to stoke up the fire pit here in a few minutes after I go pick our daughter up from play rehearsal because she wants to do a fire pit out here tonight. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of this Sleepy Hollow by Straus Tobacconist and the rest of this Oktoberfest from Sierra Nevada. And I'm going to ask you good, fine folks, to join me again soon for a pipe and a pour. Cheers, y'all.